Central Michigan returns home for the first time in 3. After a thrilling overtime win last night, they face a team that is off to their best start to a season in years. It's Central Michigan against the University of Michigan-Flint Wolverines.
Zone for CMU. Roberts had a couple of shots from Isaac Gibbs that he had to fend off that he really couldn't see with a bunch of bodies out in front.
20 seconds to go in this power play. They score! Andrew Porzondik gets another one. Chippewas on top on the power play.
Andrew Porzondik channeling his inner Josh Appleberg. Same spot. Appleberg scored twice from last night, right in the right circle. This time he puts it above the glove.
Newest faces we've seen with this team, the likes of Nathan Bottles, Connor Morgan. They've had to step up. Now here's Porzondik, has one tonight, he gets another. They score from the slot area. Andrew Porzondik picks up the loose change, wrists it past Roberts. Central Michigan leads 2-0. University, talked about him, he's been that two-way forward really for them all season. Able to get on the scoring sheet, but also able to block shots as that one's well over the line. Set off the end boards off the glass in front, and no one was able to capitalize. Now across here for Owen Lawson. Lawson took a shot on net, and that went off the left pad of Elijah Jones. Negated that scoring chance. Now here they come again. Once again, Morrison waits. Across feed. Shot. Score! That one taken across from Owen Lawson. The Wolverines get back on top. Within one. Here's Gunnar Birmingham with another, and he sends it back out to center for Isaac Gibbs. He'll go across the way for Keel. Keel will dump this one in deep, rims around the end boards, and it comes to Chapono, where he's met up with a pair of 19s, Chapono and Gibbs. They fight away with it. Here's Jay Nadeau to pick it up on the other side, sending it out of the zone, attempted there by Nicholas Gordy, and he's not able to do it. Now Central, keeping on the pressure. Jay Nadeau scores! Top of the right wing, Jay Nadeau. His second goal of this weekend series puts CMU back up by 2.
Jay Nadeau, a seeing eye shot from the right wing circle.
Scoops that up as Siraki pushed those defenders all the way back. And, you know, Reagan celebrating 10 years and talking about some notable memories for CMU. They've been to nationals the last 3 straight years. And in 2020, you and I were talking about the ride back from Flint, the 2020 year in particular, where notable alumni shot scored. Oh my goodness. Was that Nadeau from a sharp angle? Made that one in.
Keelan Baker threw that puck out in front from the left wing corner.
Oh my.
And Jay Nadeau right out in front was there to deflect it.
And after it was deflected away up into the air. But nonetheless, digging once again is Bottles. Lost the draw officially, but CMU will keep the zone off the shoulder blade of Porzondik. Reams around the boards. It'll finally come off the glass end posts and met up there with Andrew Porzondik. Up top for Christopher Martin. Takes a shot. That one wide. Redirected in front. Shot. They score! Connor Morgan picks up the loose change from Christopher Martin. And CMU up by 4. 5-1 advantage.
What great work there by Isaac Gibbs as he goes off the change, and on comes Andrew Porzondik.
Porzondik sneaks one man, gets a second, he waits for help, gets it back to the blue line for his freshman Morgan, who will dump this one and ream it around the boards to cycle for Porzondik. They kill off more time. Short-handed right here, Reagan, and they're doing a phenomenal job. Porzondik scores! Hat trick for Andrew Porzondik!
That was a short-handed goal for CMU. What effort in the offensive end. Isaac Gibbs started it on that rush on the inside, but he was able to keep the puck at the blue line, and then that leads to that Andrew Porzondik goal, and they're up now 6-1.
Goal totals for that weekend. And you talk about a player, like you said, Reagan, that's coming into his own as a offensive, not just a finisher, but really did everything this weekend and last. Defensively, offensively. Look out, this one's loose in the slot. They score! Julian Johnson, what a feed from Ben Rychuk. Central up big.
You've seen through the first 10 games of this season that you have two very solid netminders that can play in almost any game for you. And so I think it's not necessarily of who's the starter. It's and look, Ben Rychuk gets his first of the year.
Loose change, the senior from Granville tallies his first, as Reagan mentioned, putting the Central Michigan Chippewas up 8-1 in this tilt.
Penalties, but also in suspensions.
Martin couldn't handle a one-touch pass from Austin Ritter and allows the Wolverines to come the other way. Josh Appleberg, nice defensive play by Christopher Martin to poke the stick in there. A shot, and that one's whistled off. Or is it? I don't think Elijah Jones was playing that puck, and Owen Lawson shot it from point-blank range, and the referees look like they're going to give it to here. That confused me, Reagan, but nonetheless, it's a Michigan Wolverine goal. 13 seconds to go. Central Michigan Austin Ritter will hold. CMU, after the 6-5 overtime win last night, comes back on home ice. 3 goals in the first period, 4 in the second, and 1 to finish off. They dominate on home ice here over the Wolverines and sweep the weekend series. Central Michigan wins 8-2 the final from Martin Ice Arena.